So we are adding a different approach today. We're gonna go and talk about what is really going on Love is Blind. Season
Oh my
2.
God, do you watch that show? Oh, this show is everything. First of all, I didn't know most of the people was what? From Chicago. That just
Yes,
blew my
all these
mind.
people are from Chicago.
Not all of them, but
Well, not all
a
of them, but
great deal
I
of them.
mean,
A great deal of them are from Chicago.
yeah,
So that
I mean the
completely
show
blew
is
my.
based in Chicago.
See,
So
I did not know that.
yeah. So
Wow.
if you guys are watching season 2, it's interesting.
It's
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 beyond
like
interesting, honestly. Like it's just what?
right, like season one, season two. Oh my goodness.
So I know people are saying that it's an experiment, but it's not an experiment. It's more of like a reality show. Um,
Well, no, it is an experiment. That's the whole point of it.
well, I did some research.
Uh-oh. I
So,
love when he does research.
right. Let me see. Where is it?
Bye. But our host Nick and his wife. What's his wife's name? I forgot her name.
So, was Love is Blind experiment real? Love is Blind isn't a real experiment. But here's why I binged it in a day anyways. Love is Blind is from the reality TV mastermind of Chris Colin, How to Look Good Naked, Married at First Sight, and Little Woman. And of course, it's hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey.
Oh, that's her name. Wait. Back up.
Mm-hmm.
You just what? I did not know that guy did all those shows too. That wow, that explains a lot though. But what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm still in shock. What? Wait, one more time. What? Oh wow, I was not ready for that.
Uh,
Okay,
all
I was
right.
not.
How does the Love is Blind experiment work? Again, it's not
Yes.
an experiment. At most reality dating shows, the Love is Blind cast is typically filled with attractive people. Essentially, he says the show claims to remove physical attraction from the equation while stacking the deck with people who are likely to be physically attracted to each other anyways.
Okay, that I kind of get that
Mm-hmm.
because the first season I felt that way, and the second season I felt that way too. Okay, so all right.
So the series follows 30 men and women hoping to find love for 10 days in a speed dating format. The men and women date each other in different pods where they can talk to each other but not see each other.
Okay,
So it is a lot of people.
right. It's 15 to 15,
Uh
which I think is interesting. See, my point, my thing. Remember, we were talking about this before. Is how do they vet these people?
mhm.
So we've already figured out that now you just noticed that the attraction. So they vetted where these people have a chance of being physically attracted to whoever they pick. But do
Yeah.
they actually get to see them before the proposals? I don't think that's true because from some of the results that I've seen by watching the show,
Mhm.
when some of the people saw the person, they was like, yeah.
Right. Okay, so most of the show's appeal comes from the somewhat romantic idea you can find a soulmate through emotional connections alone. But as much as you want to believe that looks don't matter nearly as much as what's on the inside, humans' nature simply suggests us otherwise.
Well, I've always said that you could fall in love with somebody emotionally,
Right?
but you still have to have some type of a physical attraction.
Uh-huh.
I still believe that. Like again, with these dating apps and stuff that we was talking about, you
Uh-huh.
don't always get to see the person. Um,
Mhm.
so you have to make that emotional connection first. But then when you see the person physically, you might not be attracted to them at all. So I agree. There's got to be some type of physical attraction. Doesn't have to be a
Wow.
whole lot, but it has to be something.
Well, there is this common sensical notion that people who care a lot about physical appearance are shallow. Are they investing in the wrong thing?
I
Says
don't think it's shallow though.
Byron Swamy, a professor of social psychology of the UK, where
What do you? Oh, I'm sorry. Finish that.
where he researched body image and attraction. But in reality, romantic relationships are based partly, at least, on the fact that we find other people physically attractive.
Okay, now let me ask you this question:
Yeah.
how important is physical attraction to you?
It's not because I went through my relation well my relation I went through my relationships, people I've dated, where
Mhm.
um I liked them because of what was in the inside. Even though my peers around me were like, you could do much better, or and I'm just like, well, I mean, does it really matter? Like they don't look the way or they don't look the part for me to be attracted to them. I could be attracted to them about how loving they are, how caring they are.
I
So,
agree, but I still believe on some level you find that person physically attractive.
because I mean,
I think
I
it's
mean,
just
the
heightened.
people out there, who have been with me when I've dated, and no offense to people I've dated, I find
Right.
guys attractive and beautiful, but my peers didn't feel that those people were attractive or meant to be with me because they didn't look a certain way.
Yeah, but see, that's them versus your because beauty is what's the word? In the eye of the beholder.
Hmm.
So like my attractiveness to people varies. And it
Hmm.
varies on the person
Yeah.
because it's not a specific shape or a specific look per se. Certain looks will catch my attention right away, but I've come to know even if I'm physically attracted to you, doesn't necessarily mean that I would like to be in a relationship. That makes sense. So it's like I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. But I feel like the emotional attraction heightens the physical attraction to me.
So you can make judgments about other people based on the sound of their voice, whether you like that voice, their sense of
Hmm.
humor, and those types of things they say.
Right.
You really have to be ready to commit. The chances may be slim, but that doesn't mean finding blind love is impossible. Just asking a dating expert, Charlie Lester, who says there's something to the idea of bringing together like-minded strangers with similar goals, even if they know they face long odds as romantic partners. In 2018, Letter co-founded Lumen, a dating app for singles over the age of 50. She served as a dating industry expert and columnist for The Guardian and Time Out, and she advises dating app startups like Inner Circle and Real Me. She says people who successfully find romance on reality blind dating shows like Love is Blind or similar Married at First Sight have to be committed to making the idea work. They tend to be the ones that are older, and more than likely they go into it really clear on what they're looking for in a relationship.
Mhm.
Adding that, most have probably tried other means to meet someone already. Some participants may just be looking for a chance to be on television. It's still possible for a show like Love is Blind to bring together people who are actually looking for love and ready to commit, people.
Yeah, I mean, they get married in what? How many weeks after that?
Yeah. The fact
Yeah,
that you're on the same page relationship wise goes a long way.
I agree because they tell them right off the bat, You got 10 days. Hopefully, at the end of the 10 days, you get a proposal. And then, what is it, 6 or 8 weeks later, you get married. So it's like, ooh. And so those people are coming in with the idea of, yes, I'm hoping to find my mate. We're going to get married. I don't, they somewhat have no delusions of grandeur, like this is going to be happily ever after, because some of the conversations you listen to when you watch the show, you did watch it.
That's the,
They get into it.
and then going off of that, I mean, I watched the show like season one and a little bit of season two, and there was people there who I think weren't taking the show really, real, or they didn't know when they were in the pods. You could tell that some people did not know how to talk to somebody, you know. They were using like one person, I forgot her name. She was using her social media hype. Like, I don't
Oh
care that you
yeah,
got 100,000, whatever. I don't care. Like,
followers and
who-
her entourage of 20 people.
like,
I was
oh,
like,
I'll be posting on blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, well, how about if I'm not on social media? Like, you know,
right. And I'm like, okay, if you so popular and everything, then why are you on the show? That's how I was looking at it.
for the hype to get more
Right,
followers.
right. And to me, it was like, you see, she walked away and didn't get a proposal, right? Okay.
Well, because everybody was just like, okay, like you're one of
I
the
know everybody, all the guys is just like, okay.
and she
I
couldn't even
mean,
answer. I think the question were like, well, why are you on the show for, or why are you here?
yeah, that was just sad.
Looks still matter. As with most reality dating shows, the Love is Blind class is typically filled with attractive people. That's a major reason why Swami doesn't believe the reality show is successful as a social experiment. Essentially, he says the show claims to remove physical attraction from the equation while stacking the deck with people who are likely to be physically attracted to each other. Anyway, to him, the
Wait,
show.
but wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me just cut in for 5.2 seconds. Yeah, but everybody on there is not really physically attractive. There are quite a few people who, unless you, yeah, that's not everybody on there is I don't think is physically attractive.
Mm, it's a so it's weird. People on there like season two, the only person I really find attractive is Salvador. I don't know why. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've like looked at somebody or said, oh, that person's like attractive or hot. I
Hmm.
don't know. I think that personality that Salvador comes off was something I was attracted to. And I was just like, oh my God, I would be like, I hope that, excuse my language. I hope that bitch doesn't break his heart. But
I'm not too, Mal.
but I really think, El Salvador. I think Salvador is really trying to he's really doing being himself and genuine. And you can tell that, he's scared because he's okay to be vulnerable on the show, but he's scared to take this journey when he knows that he wasn't really the first choice, if that makes sense.
He was the first. No, he was the first choice. The other guy wasn't the first choice.
Well, I
He
mean,
was the first
if you
choice.
really look at the how the story played out,
I looked at that. That's
if
why
you
I
really
can't
look
wait
how
for
the
the.
story played out, come on, people.
That's why I
You
can't
really
wait for the
think he was the
reunion.
real first choice?
Yeah, I think he was, but that's why I can't wait for the reunion because that reunion is going to be a trip.
Right.
But like a lot of people wouldn't find, I don't think would find him that attractive.
Right. I agree. But I mean, see, out of all those people, I don't know what made me like, I don't know if it's because of his personality or I don't know what, but
I mean, he's to me, he's like
I guess I'm
everything.
different. I guess I'm that weird person that, I don't really,
I mean, I think he's attractive, but will I be like swooning? No. But again, that goes back to my whole thing about the whole personality and an emotional connection. That would make him that much more attractive to me.
yeah.
Cause like he, like you said, he was not. He was the one of the ones who was definitely not afraid to be vulnerable. He's very, very romantic. I mean, the stuff he did for her, I was like, man, she got
Right.
a good one, and I think she knows that. But yeah, I really, at least I hope she knows that she got a good one. Because I
Yeah.
feel like he was a good one.
And no, I don't like him because he's Mexican.
The lie.
So taking a step further, trying to date without gauging your potential partner's physical attraction is simply a bad idea. The reality is attraction is a complex thing that is always negotiated between two people or more people sometimes. Physical appearance and physical attraction is one of the key ingredients, and to take it out of the equation doesn't make sense to a social psychologist like myself. She says that you simply need to relax your expectations if you're willing to commit to a relationship with someone before ever seeing them. You
Mm,
probably shouldn't come to the table with over specific preference for your future partner's physical traits. But she admits
mm.
the cast on a show like Love is Blind does make the idea seem more realistic than it actually is. I do think it just helps that most of them are probably at the upper end of the attractiveness spectrum, anyways.
Yeah, I would like them to recast this show with I want to feel like average people. Because these people are not average. A lot of them own their own business or like a great executive or have these really high rise condos and all this
The
stuff.
thing
And it's
is
like,
that some of the people, I think they did talk about education, and some of them didn't have an education.
right, one of them is trying to go back to get their master's degree, and the other one is like, well, I would have to figure out a way to help support that if we get married and all this stuff. See, again, I haven't finished it yet, but that that actually happened in one of the last episodes that I watched.
Spoiler alert.
So, right, spoiler alert. So if you haven't started watching the show, there's a lot of spoilers here. I'm sorry.
Yes, please watch it. Like it gets me like in some type of my feelings, like, oh my God, like I would
You start
honestly
to
I would
get
do something
emotionally
like that.
invested with
Like
these
I'm in a
people.
committed
Yeah.
relationship, but like if I wasn't in one, I would definitely do this if they had one for us people, you know. I would do
Oh my God, they should so do that.
I would do an experiment
Yes.
like Love is Blind, like
Right. Because I ain't gonna lie,
or
for
Married
people
at
of
First Sight. I would do that too.
I would totally do Married at First Sight. I can see that. Can you
Like
see me in
I would be
Married at
ready
First
to
Sight?
commit. Like, you know what? We're gonna go in this together. I have baggage. I have this and this. Are you ready?
I ain't ready, but I'd be like, yes, I'm gonna do this because I committed. I
Right.
don't mean suicidal or in with the straight jacket, but I'm committed.
You heard it come out of his mouth, people.
I'm just being silly. But yeah, I mean, they should definitely have one for different possible
I think they
relationships.
will. I know because they're already branching out to like Love is Blind Japan, Love is Blind is Brazil. I think it's in the works. They're just trying to figure out how that, you know, will
Would
come
go
together.
because honestly, with people of the sexual persuasion, I feel like our relationship run faster anyway. So 10 days would be 10 days for us would be like almost a year in our relationship type. And so, yeah, I can see a lot of proposals coming up out of that. Like, yes, I want to. Let's get married. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
instead of six people making it, it'd probably be all 10.
You mean 15?
Or well, yeah. Well,
Yeah, it'd
I
be
would
all
say
15
10
couples.
because out of the 15, you know.
Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. Out of 15, I can see, yeah, easily 10 proposals coming out.
But then
Easily.
but then out of the 10, I could probably see probably six.
Yeah. You know what? I'm be optimistic. I'm gonna go with come on, 7.
You see, Love is Blind. I already have a plan. No.
We right here. We hooking y'all up. Y'all better do it. Hey, I'll be
Now
a
taking
candidate.
applications. No.
Or the what's that married at first sight. I'll be a candidate.
Right. He's
Marry
ready,
me.
guys. He's ready. Let him be
Find me
the first
somebody.
for Love is Blind
Find me
or Love at
somebody.
First Sight.
Right. I make an excellent husband. Lots of qualifications. I don't know what they are right now, but I have them. I'm very attentive. Wait, I'm putting it out there. Speaking of which, oh, should we do an update from last week? Remember, I was supposed to do the whole. So
Unless you need more
yeah.
time.
Okay. You know what? We'll say that update for next time. Yeah.
It's good.
They get.
Remember, so it's usually good for 2 weeks. Remember, 2 weeks.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So it will be 2 weeks if we wait till next time. Perfect. So we'll wait till next time, and I'll give y'all an update. So
Let's see
be
if he followed
ready.
through with the suggestions we gave him.
Be ready.
Because
Because
I'm
I'm
ready.
not. Well, I'm not. But be ready.
All right. Well, if there's no more questions to answer, if there's no more research to research, so today was just a little bit about that. So it was about catfishing, Love is
Mm.
Blind. So I think they're kind. I mean, I think it's kind of similar. I would say because
Except you're not being catfished.
you're not being catfished, but it's like you're behind this wall in a pod.
Well, I don't know. I guess you could be catfish. Let's think about it. What if you said
No,
yes to one of the
you
proposals?
could. No, you're right. You technically you could be catfishing because, like
Right.
again, you could play it to be something that you're not, and then when they meet you, that when they finally show you that
Right.
reaction, like, oh, this is you, but this is not. Oh, I said I do. Oh, no.
That has
Come
happened
on
on
now.
Love is
We've
Blind,
seen it.
by the
We've
way.
seen it in the reactions. So
You're right. Here.
don't be lying to America. We know you're not
No, we
interested.
saw it. It's the replay on that. Rewind. Again,
It's a
go watch it.
reaction, okay?
Go watch it. Go watch.
Oh, I got paid
This
today.
even happened on
Oh,
what's
sorry.
that
I
other
was like,
show?
oh, I got paid today.
Yay! It even happened on that other one, Married at First Sight. I'm still
Right.
tripping that they did the same people did
Well, then
both
that's why
shows.
like now these shows are similar to because the creator is the same person.
Wow, which now makes more sense to me. I did
Mhm.
not know that.
But I like how he did this twist with the pods. I think I like how this one is. It's the
Yeah,
build.
because on
It's
the
the
other
build
show,
up. It's the build up so you get married.
right?
Can you
Because
live
on
with
the
the
other
person?
show,
Can
yeah,
you
the
live with
other
the
show,
person? Can
yeah.
you go on a trip together?
Mhm.
Can you sleep in the same bed? Are you gonna get the hanky panky on that first day?
Mhm.
Um, or and then
Meeting the family and friends.
meeting the family or friends. Are you able to live in the same house? You know,
And who's gonna move? And are we gonna get a new place? Get rid of the old
new
places? What?
jobs, is our job
Right.
transfer? Like it's just I like that
Heaven forbid if
that
they're
build
out
up.
from
And
different
technically that's the
cities,
build up. And then the married part. Do we live happily ever after? Or we just go our separate ways?
which is totally different from the other show because they get none of the building up until after they get married.
Right. It's like once you say I do, is I do. And then was it 6 months later? You could
No,
say
they don't get 6 months. I think they get like either 6 to 9 weeks to decide if they're gonna stay married or not after they get married.
oh,
So
I
they
think
don't see each other until they get to the altar. And then after that, they do all that other stuff, the honeymoon and the seeing each other
which
places
I
and all
mean,
that stuff.
some people do make it work, from the show that we've seen. Or some people just like, you know what, I need more time before I could say I do, which that is totally fine. I don't
Right.
think the show is really like I don't think Love is Blind is really pressuring you to get married. It's just how the show is set up because you're able to still say no and still continue your relationship because you might have to build those insecurities or build that foundation a little bit more to say
Right.
I do.
Was what happened with at least one of the couples from the first season.
Yeah, that girl ran. Mm-mm.
Right. But then look at how he's acting. I'm sorry. Keep running, girl. You're a hot mess. You a hot mess too, though. She is a hot mess, but he works.
Yeah,
So I don't even know. I wonder if they even still together. They still talk.
I have no
That would
idea.
be interesting.
I don't keep up with the season 1 cast. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, so please, if you haven't watched the show, please catch up on season 1 and season 2 on
Yeah.
Netflix. So-
Yes. And meanwhile, and the producers or whoever watching the show and you need somebody for one of them, hey,
right, he's right
pick
here. He's
me,
ready. His bags are
pick
packed.
me.
Literally, his bags are packed.
Right. Literally, the pack. Like, where you need me? Where you want me to go?
Right.
Help brother out.
What pod does he have to go into? No.
Right. Send me to the pods. I don't want one pod. I want all the
Right.
pods.
All right, everyone. Well, this has been great. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. So, same time, same place. Well, I will be back in Texas. So, I will see you guys next week. Remember, please give this video a big thumbs up and the rest. Please make sure you guys are sharing, liking, and following me on all my social media platforms. And remember, love is love. And until next time, thank you, Patronus.
Thank you.
See you guys. We love ya. Bye.
Bye.
Where's the off button here?
Oh, okay.